Hello and welcome back. You're tuned into Revision Hub with Jazzy Jane. In this video, I will not be looking at family and households. The title is wrong completely, but in this video, I'll be actually looking at exam practice and questions. Probably it's related to family and households, but it's more exam prep. Sorry about that. So go through the structure of an AS paper. Not many people do AS in year 12, but some people do, so might be beneficial for them. And if you do not want to look at the AS, just skip through the video and you will get your A-level content there. So structure of the AS paper for AS is: Paper 1 is education with methods and context, which is 1 hour and 30 minutes. So the first question is define. It's worth 2 marks. You can't just state, because state is writing one thing. You have to explain it just briefly. Question 2 is using one example briefly explain. You shouldn't take much long on this, and it's only one example that you're meant to give here. Question 3 is outline 3 examples, simply 3 things with short explanations. It's good to not spend a lot of time within the 2, 2, and 6 marker, but rather spend more time in the 10 and the 20 marker, because this is where most of the marks actually lie. Question 4 again, 10 marker. Alan explained 2 ways in which it's 2 packs. I'll be explaining that in a second. Question 5 is applying the item and evaluating. This is worth the most marks, so you should spend more time on this. So this is practically the structure of the paper. And then you have question 6, which is applying a research method and evaluating the strengths and limitations to study a topic within education. In my next few videos, I'll actually deepen into it, show examples, show how I will answer it, what different people will answer, how much marks something is, and why is it X marks, and why is it 20 marks, why is it 10 marks. So I'll be going through that in my next few videos, so stay tuned on that. Paper 2, research method plus the choice of topic, again an AS method topic. Question 1 is a research method question, 4 marks, and question 2 is evaluation of research method question. You shouldn't take long on this. You should take about, you shouldn't take very long on this, so try your best to spend as little time on this, because the choice of topic is worth more marks. Choice of topic is a define, again same structure, using one example, briefly explain, 2 marker there. Question 3 is 3 examples of. Then we have outline and explain 2 ways in which, again a 10 marker, and then again 20 marker, same as the first paper on education, the first section there. A-level paper for our A-levels. Paper 1, research method plus a choice of topic. I think I'm wrong there. Yeah, I'm wrong here. Yeah, it is. No. Yeah, I am wrong here. Correct me here. Paper 1 is not research method plus choice of topic, but rather is education and the research method linked with education. Again, it's the same structure and how it is there, but rather we have a 30 marker instead of a 20 mark on question 4, and question 5 is 20 marks. Question the same, just the 2 mark is got rid of. 2 marks I got rid of, and that made a 4 mark on the outline 2 ways. So it's pretty much the same, but in even question the 10 marker, you have to use an item. So sorry about the mistitling, but this is what it is. And then paper 2 is the one you have a choice of topic plus another choice of topic. So you outline 2 ways in which you apply item and analyze 2 ways. In my next few videos, I'll be actually looking and teaching you how you should apply the item and get the 4 marks. Question 3, again, a 30 marker, which is obviously a choice of topic that you have, and you have to have the same for section 2 too. So these are 2-hour papers each, especially at A-level. Crime and deviance plus theory and methods, again, is pretty much the same structure, but a bit different compared to paper 1 and 2. So you can have a pause and read through this structure for some time. Okay, let's continue. Pack. Points, evidence, reference, critics. This is the important, and it's like the skeleton of answering any single question. So point it, evidence it, reference, and critic. I'll teach you exactly how to do this in the next couple of videos, so you'll be a pro at this. When I talk about reference, it's simply feminist perspective, functionalist perspective, postmodernist perspective, or is it a Marxist perspective. You need to make it very clear. You have to spit it out to the examiner that this is the reference, this is what it is, this is this perspective, this is that perspective. You need to make it very obvious. 10 markers using an item. I've got these sentence starters, and if you use these sentence starters in every single 10 mark that you do, I'm 100% sure that you will get the 10 marks, especially if you know all of the knowledge and you've gone through all my videos, you'll really get those 10 marks. So, as per item A, quotes, unquotes, grab it off from the item. You don't need to do word to word from the item, but you can just do something that's quite similar to the item. I know exams are you're stressed at that time, so please do not forget these structures. I recommend you to memorize these structures. Then you say X sociologist argues this argues this because it's a feminist Marxist or functionist. It's very important, and that's again your mark for your reference. And the top one is again sociological explanations, which we'll be giving in the next one, which is an example. It's good to use the example, link it back to the question, and then you have a criticism that you must have. Criticisms can be positive or negative. If you can't find anything negative, it's good to do a positive, and I'll show you how to do that in my next couple of videos. So if you remember these sentence starters, you're on the right track there. And 10 markers, you have to do 2 of these points. The points are dash, 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 dash. Have a think what the dash, 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 dash are, and put it in the comment section. 20 marker sentence starters are as here. It's pretty much the same. I probably use the same thing again, but the only difference is that you have to do 2 points for and 2 points again, and do not forget the conclusion, because that's where the most marks lies. If you start every sentence with step 1, this, step 2, and fill in the blanks as you go through, you will definitely get 20 out of 20, as I did when I did my mock exams and anything of that sort. And I wanted to ask you something. When you do for and against, is it for, against, conclusion? Or is it for, against, and conclusion? Think about that. Let me reveal the answer is for, against, conclusion. You should never do for, against, conclusion, because that does not show evaluation. When you do that, you're instantly placed at the bottom band. To get the top band and the top marks, you should use for, against, and conclusion. Please remember this and stick it on your walls or anywhere else, so you can just remember this, because without this, it's pointless you're doing the answer, because you're not evaluating if you do the for, against, conclusion method. So look into that. I'll be also teaching you how to write in conclusion in my couple of videos in terms of exam practice, so that will come in handy too. 30 marker using an item, it's for, against, or conclusion. So it's 3 points for, 3 points against, or conclusion, or it's for, against, or conclusion. Pause and have a think. Yes, it is the right one. For, against, conclusion. It's 3 perks you need for, 3 perks against, but you need to do it in that order that I've stated in the right. Don't do the order that's stated in the left. Same applies, just like the 20 marker, but rather the 30 marker is more longer, as you can say, and you just need 3 points instead of 2. That's why we can see the difference as well between a 20 and 30 marker. Method and context, starter structures. Have a look at these starter structures as such. Pause, have a look at them, because if you start your sentences with these sentence starters, then you will get the full marks, especially in a method and context paper. In my next few videos, again, I'll be looking in which how you should answer these questions, so that'll be very beneficial for you. Repeat it and do it for practical factors, ethical factors, theoretical factors, methodological factors. So do it for all of these factors. I missed out practical, so you can add that in within your notes too. How to revise. First thing, make notes for my videos. Make it on flashcards, make it on scrap paper. I made mine on scrap paper. And do not bother making it look so fancy and pretty. Colors, some people like colors, so it's okay to use colors if you are a person who likes colors, because by you making it pretty, you're wasting time. The more you make things pretty, the more time you've actually wasted, because at the end of the day, after you finish these exams, they're going to go in the bin. So try to not make them pretty, try to make it rough, something that you understand. Put it in bullet points. You don't even need to put it in bullet points, because my videos are pretty synthesized. Put all the things that you get distracted with away, simply just off the surface. Sit in a comfortable position. Remember, and do not just read your notes, remember those notes. I'll tell you how, and rest, of course, and then test yourself. So how do I do it? So for example, the first bullet point is functionalists believe family is two heterosexual couples, biological children living under the same roof. I'll repeat that 5, 6, 7, 8, 20 times as much as I can, and then take a 5-second rest, get some paper, and write what I remember from the first point. After I solidly remember that, I go to my second section, which is Fletcher and Parson believe family provides financial support and basic needs. I remember that, write that. Then I pause. I remember point 1 and I remember point 2, and I remember both of them and write them again. And I keep on testing myself like that. You should do that for the whole chapter. It will make life so easier. What I do is during my private studies, I type up my notes. So whatever I remember, I type it up. So once I type it up, I'm not wasting time in private study, because private study, many people just say that, I've got nothing to do, like this, I'm on my phone. But don't waste your time like that, but rather type up your notes again and again. Once you've typed it up, go back to your notes and see what you've missed, and simply you'll be amazing at it. The more you type, the more you remember, and the more you type, actually it will help you to remember the content much faster within an exam. So don't forget that, and don't waste your private studies, because private studies are something valuable. Just because your friends do not sit private study doesn't mean that you shouldn't. So please don't get distracted by people around you, and do what you think is right. Revise, rest, test and repeat, because if you do not get these A-level grades, then university will be near impossible for you. So it's important to revise first rather than getting disappointed later when you've got your results. So remember to repeat, test, rest, and all that formula I've given. That's simply what revision actually is. And this is actually the A to A star secret that I have. So if you go by it, then I'm sure that you'll get an A and A star and succeed within every single subject. So this is just not for sociology, but rather for every single content heavy subject. So that is it from me for now, and I'll be going through various different exam tips, practices and stuff like that in my next few videos. Till then, just stay tuned, follow the formula that I've given, and you will succeed definitely. And be positive, don't moan about it, because some people really procrastinate within their studies, and then they just don't get over it. So the more you procrastinate, the more time you waste. Till then, see you later, and thank you so much for tuning in into Revision Hub with Jazzy J.